This year, 2012, there are important elections, and we are here today to try and sort out the wheat from the chaff, what is likely to happen. And that doesn't just mean who's likely to win, it means what are the ramifications as those elections move forward. I would hope that out of today's debate, if one person says, I understand why this is now important and how this might play out, then we have succeeded.
Normally elections don't really matter, certainly not for economic policy, even more for EU policy, but the Greek election this time happens to be a crucial one.
The Greece is the trigger force here. If Greece will fall down, and eventually if it will leave European Union or the monetary union as well. So I think that can bring France into a different position and bring France closer to Germany in a way. So we get a different kind of dynamism after that. What is very difficult to predict how it will evolve.
I think the sad thing is that elections do not matter. That is sad for our sort of democracy, but for the moment it's...
Hang on. If you're right, should we just all go and have coffee now?
They matter less.
Take the French election. I mean, I'm now thinking in terms of EU policies. Clearly it's interesting if it's François Hollande or if it is Nicolas Sarkozy. But anyway, the economic reality is unchanged. The pressure from the markets is unchanged. They will have to agree with the Germans, and it's the Germans who are calling the tune.
The IMF managing director has described it as the winds are still blowing, the spring winds are blowing. So that is the environment in which these elections, because you need to remember, there will be changes, and what we have to think about is how they filter on through the wider economy.
The main thing is that economy and markets nowadays are supranational. They are all over the globe, whereas polities and democracies are very local, and this is the basic conflict. We should have democracy at much higher level.
Yeah, I think it's a question of trust as well here. We have in a way lost our trust in the markets or in the financial policies of the different governments. So I really think that it makes a difference when they change the government.
Where I think you're really looking at is a battle between the conservative view and the liberal view. And we've seen that in Europe, between the austerity and the growth view. You're seeing it in the US, between a conservative and a liberal.
There are interesting phenomena coming up. These new party formations, new political movements that suddenly get very popular, so popular that they actually get elected in the parliament. But they don't have much of an expertise. They are not old political parties. So it might be a good start, but it might also lead to problems and ungovernability.
We think about that the Greeks are lazy and somehow their culture is hardwired to cause this. But at the end, this is a systemic phenomenon. This is something that happened at the level of global financial systems, and it just happened to strike Greece.
If President Obama gets re-elected, we know what we're going to get. If Mitt Romney gets elected, then there will be domestic changes within the United States. But the election is going to be about what should be done between Obama, who obviously believes government has a stronger role, and Mitt Romney, who's for rolling back government as he tries to pacify a right wing of his own party and keep on board the Tea Party within the US.
We have a country which is in such overburdened by debts, and everybody is trying to get rid of those debts. You will have a serious recession which is difficult to deal with, and he didn't too badly, because after all he fixed the banking system rather quickly together with Bernanke. He tried to pursue some expansionary policy, so I think he did a lot of things right, but he doesn't get the benefits of it, and then there is this terrible problem that the US would need a strategy for the budget crisis.
So there's not that much excitement when it comes to the future course of US foreign policy or economic policies. Those are going to remain the same. But there's one thing that is important, and that has to do with identity and orientation of US. Obama perhaps signifies better the global orientation of US, whereas the Republican candidate is more still Anglo-Saxon American, America with European roots.
Well, you have to look at Finland as an economy where 40% of the economy is export-driven. It is an exceptionally vibrant and robust economy when the rest of the world is doing well. But when the rest of the world is in slowdown, as that process takes place, it is going to be hard on the Finnish economy. Thank you.